Okay, so here we are at your article that I'd like you to annotate. It's called Here's How Much Your High School Grades Predict Your Future Salary. And it's by Janelle Marte for WAPO, May 20th, 2014. I made an annotation up above here because I wanted you to know that WAPO is the abbreviation for the Washington Post, which is a national newspaper that's published in Washington, D.C. So that is a very credible source. We can believe everything that we read from this particular article. So the first thing I did as I started to do my annotation was to read the first sentence, and that seemed like introductory material to me, so I didn't annotate anything there because it seems like that's a summary of what's going to be coming up later. The second paragraph, though, has the data or has the statistics um, that started the whole idea of this article. So it says a report published Monday in the Eastern Economic Journal by researchers from the University of Miami found that a person's grade point average in high school not only indicates the person's chances of getting into college and whether he or she will finish college or graduate school, it also can be an indicator of how much that person will earn later in life. So I found two things were important about that section that I highlighted. I thought that that was the main idea of the article because it related so much to the title about how grades predict salary. And the other part of it was that the research that was done into this effect was done by the University of Miami. So that was a research study done by a university. Those are the kind that are pretty credible. We can usually believe those. The second thing I noted in that part of the article was the second part, which is the that high school GPA can help you predict how much you will earn. And that, I believe, is part of the main idea as well. So I put that in my own words over on that right-hand side. The next part of the article is a quotation by one of the people who did part of the study, and that is something that I think I've already annotated up in the first part, so I left that portion alone for now. The next paragraph talks about more statistics from that study. It said for 1 point increase in a person's high school GPA, average annual earnings in adulthood increased by about 12% for men and 14% for women. So I highlighted that as a major portion of the article. And then over on my left-hand side in my annotation, I just reworded that. So I put what that meant to me. For each point in your GPA, men made 12% more, women made 14% more. So that is how I interpreted those statistics. And then that made me wonder why women earn less than men. So I put that question down as something that I questioned as I went through. So then I continued to go down and I saw that graph and I noted that, wow, there's a big difference in pay between a 2.0 and a 4.0. So I made an annotation about that on that part of the article. So that is as much as I did for you. Now, as you go down through the rest of these, I want you to annotate all of these paragraphs, find the main idea, find some statistics that go with it, and these are the different things that we should look for. So here's the review. 1, highlight the main idea in each paragraph, because there is definitely something in each paragraph that is important to the article. And then write a note in the margin to tell what the highlighted text means. Second thing, highlight facts and statistics that help the author prove the point of the article, and then write a note in the margin to explain why they're important. Number 3, highlight difficult or descriptive words and add a short definition in the margin. And number 4, highlight anything that is confusing to you and then write what makes that part confusing in the margin. So those are the 4 things that you should highlight and then annotate in the margin. Now I'm going to go back up to the top of the article very quickly here so that you can see what I highlighted again one more time so that you can make your annotations look similar to this. So finish up the rest of the article, and when you are done, you can add all your annotations together and write a short summary. So have fun!